There is something stirring in the air, something calling out to each of us, a deep, undeniable urge to rise higher, to be better, to live greater than we did before. We were not created for complacency. We were not meant to drift aimlessly through life, settling for what is easy and comfortable. No, there is a mission ahead, a purpose within, a fire waiting to be kindled. And this year is the time to ignite it. We must begin with ourselves. Growth is not an accident. It is a choice. Every day presents an opportunity to stretch our minds, strengthen our character, and shape ourselves into the people we were always meant to be. The world does not need more passive spectators. It needs men and women who are willing to stand up and take action, who will invest in knowledge, sharpen their skills, and rise above mediocrity. Look around you. There are people in your life right now who need your love, your time, your listening ear. Strengthen those bonds, heal old wounds. Be the person who brings light into someone else's darkness. And when the storms come, and they will come, do not be shaken. The strong are not those who avoid hardship, but those who walk through it with unshakable resilience. You may be tested, you may stumble, but you will not be defeated. Stand firm in your faith, press on through adversity, and let the trials of life forge you into something greater. But let us not stop at our own success. This world is filled with needs too great to ignore. There are hearts longing for kindness, hands in need of lifting, lives waiting for someone to care. Be that someone. Give of yourself. Serve with joy. Make this year a year of impact, a year where your presence brings hope and healing to those who need it most. Above all, live with purpose. Do not wander through these days as though they are endless. Time is precious, and each moment carries weight. Set your sights on something worthy, something that fills your soul with passion. Pursue your goals with unwavering determination, and let your life be a beacon that inspires others to do the same. This is the year, your year, the time to rise, to grow, to build, to serve, the time to break free from hesitation and step boldly into all that awaits you. Do not wait for change to come. Be the change. Do not hope for a better future. Create it. And as you do, you will find that the greatest fulfillment comes not from what you gain, but from the life you pour out for the sake of something greater. Pursue personal growth. There is a calling deep within each of us, an undeniable urge to become more than we are today. It is a whisper in the quiet moments, a tug at the edges of our hearts, reminding us that we were created for more. But growth does not happen by chance. It is not something that simply falls into our laps. No, growth is a decision, a choice we must make every single day. To pursue personal growth means to commit to a life of learning, a life of stretching beyond our comfort zones, a life of discipline and discovery. It means we do not settle for where we are today, but we actively seek ways to expand our minds, strengthen our character, and deepen our understanding of the world around us. Let us start with the mind. The greatest leaders, the most influential thinkers, the ones who have changed history, were not those who remained stagnant. They were learners, seekers of wisdom, people who understood that knowledge is power. If we want to grow, we must dedicate ourselves to learning, reading books that challenge us, listening to ideas that inspire us, surrounding ourselves with those who push us to think beyond what we already know. The mind, like a muscle, must be exercised. And just as we would not expect physical strength without training, we cannot expect mental strength without effort. But knowledge alone is not enough. Growth requires action. There are many who know what to do but never do it. They read, they study, they gather information, but they never take the next step. Personal growth is about application, turning what we learn into something that transforms our lives. It means stepping out in faith, even when the path is uncertain. It means doing the hard things, the uncomfortable things, the things that stretch us beyond what we thought possible. And what of the heart? Growth is not just about intelligence, it is about character. Who are we becoming? Are we more patient than we were last year? Are we more compassionate, more disciplined, more courageous? The pursuit of personal growth is about refining our inner selves, shaping our attitudes, and strengthening our spirits. It is about asking the hard questions. Am I living with integrity? Am I treating others with kindness? Am I becoming the kind of person I would admire? But I must warn you, growth is not easy. It will cost you something. It will demand that you leave behind old habits, that you walk away from mindsets that have kept you bound. It will require you to face your fears, to confront your weaknesses, and to challenge the excuses that have held you back. But let me tell you this, it will be worth it. For when you commit to growth, when you push beyond the limits you once thought defined you, something powerful happens. You become stronger. You become wiser. You become the person you were created to be. And suddenly, the dreams that once felt out of reach become possible. The opportunities that once seemed distant come into focus. The life you were meant to live begins to unfold before you. This year, let it be the year of transformation. Do not settle. Do not stagnate. Do not wait for change to come. Go out and create it. Feed your mind, challenge your body, shape your character. And when you do, you will look back at the end of this year and see a person who has grown, a person who has risen, a person who has stepped into the fullness of their potential. Pursue growth with everything in you, for your best days are not behind you. They are ahead. Strengthen relationships. Life is not meant to be lived alone. From the moment we take our first breath to the day we draw our last, we are surrounded by people, family, friends, mentors, colleagues, and even strangers who cross our path. These relationships are the very fabric of our lives, the foundation upon which we build our greatest joys, our deepest connections, and our most meaningful experiences. Yet in today's world, with all its noise and distractions, genuine relationships are often neglected. We get caught up in the busyness of life, chasing careers, pursuing goals, and filling our days with endless tasks. And in doing so, we sometimes forget the most important thing of all, the people who walk this journey with us. But hear me now, no success, no achievement, no amount of wealth or recognition will ever be as valuable as the relationships we nurture. To strengthen our relationships, we must first be present. How many times do we sit in a room with our loved ones, but our minds are elsewhere? How often do we scroll through our phones while someone is speaking to us, half listening, barely engaging? We must make the choice to be fully present, to give our undivided attention to the people who matter most. When someone speaks, we must listen, not just with our ears, but with our hearts. We must put aside distractions, look them in the eyes, and truly hear them. But being present is just the beginning. Relationships require effort. Love, friendship, and trust are not built overnight, nor are they maintained without care. They require time, energy, and commitment. Just as a garden needs water and sunlight to flourish, our relationships need nurturing. That means reaching out, making time, and showing up even when life gets busy. It means sending that message, making that phone call, planning that visit, and reminding those we care about that they are valued and cherished. And let us not forget the power of forgiveness. Every relationship will face challenges. There will be misunderstandings, disappointments, and moments of hurt. But holding on to resentment is like carrying a heavy weight. It does not hurt the other person. It only burdens us. We must learn to let go, to release bitterness, and to choose grace over anger. When we forgive, we free not only the other person, but also ourselves. But I must tell you this. Relationships are not just about what we receive. They are about what we give. Too often, people enter relationships looking for what they can gain, seeking validation, support, or comfort. But the strongest, most enduring relationships are built on selflessness. They are strengthened when we give love without expecting anything in return, when we serve, when we uplift, when we encourage. If you want deeper friendships, be a better friend. If you want a stronger marriage, be a more loving partner. If you want trustworthy, it is in giving that we receive, and it is in loving that we are truly loved. There is one more truth I must share. Relationships define our legacy. Long after we are gone, people will not remember the titles we held or the wealth we accumulated. They will remember how we made them feel. Did we bring joy? Did we inspire? Did we offer kindness? These are the things that will last. These are the things that will echo long after our voices fade. So this year, let it be the year you strengthen your relationships. Be present. Be intentional, be forgiving, be generous in love and kindness. Pour into the people around you and watch as your life becomes richer, fuller, and more meaningful than ever before. For in the end, the measure of a life well lived is not found in what we have, but in the love we have given and received. Develop resilience. Life is a journey filled with highs and lows, victories and trials, moments of joy and seasons of struggle. No one walks through this world without facing challenges. But hear me now. What separates those who rise from those who fall is not the absence of hardship, but the presence of resilience. Resilience is the strength to stand when everything around you is shaking. It is the fire that refuses to be extinguished, the spirit that does not break even in the face of adversity. We must understand that setbacks are not signs of failure. They are stepping stones to growth. Too many people give up when they encounter resistance. They see difficulties as stop signs instead of seeing them as opportunities to develop strength. But let me tell you something. Nothing great has ever been achieved without struggle. Every person who has ever accomplished something meaningful has faced obstacles. The difference is they refused to quit. They pressed on when others turned back. They kept going when the road was tough. And that is the heart of resilience, pushing forward even when it hurts, even when it's hard, even when you don't see the outcome yet. Resilience begins in the mind. The battle is first fought in your thoughts. If you believe you are defeated, then you are. But if you choose to believe that you are capable, that you are strong, that you will overcome, then nothing can stop you. What you tell yourself in the difficult moments will determine whether you rise or fall. So fill your mind with courage, with faith, with the unshakable conviction that you will make it through. But resilience is not just about thinking strong. It is about doing strong. It is about taking action even when fear whispers that you should stop. It is about standing up after every fall, refusing to stay down. It is about putting one foot in front of the other, even when the path is uncertain. There will be moments when you feel exhausted, when you wonder if the fight is worth it. In those moments, remember this. Every storm will pass. Every night will give way to morning. And those who keep going, those who endure, will emerge stronger than ever before. Now, resilience does not mean going through life alone. Even the strongest warriors need support. There is no shame in asking for help and leaning on others when the weight is heavy. Surround yourself with people who uplift you, who remind you of your strength when you forget. And more than that, be that person for someone else. Because sometimes resilience is built not just in our own struggles, but in helping others through theirs. And let me tell you something else. Resilience is not just about enduring hardship. It is about growing through it. It is about learning the lessons hidden within the struggle. It is about coming out on the other side wiser, braver, and more prepared for the future. Every challenge carries a lesson. Every hardship is an opportunity to build character. Do not waste your pain. Use it. Let it refine you, shape you, and make you stronger than you ever thought possible. So this year, make the choice to develop resilience. Do not shrink back in the face of adversity. Do not allow difficulties to define you. Stand firm. Keep moving. Keep believing. And when the storms of life come, as they surely will, you will not be shaken. You will stand tall. You will rise again. And you will walk forward stronger than ever before. Serve others. There is a truth that runs deeper than all the noise of this world. A truth that has stood the test of time, that has shaped the greatest lives, and that has left an undeniable mark on history. And that truth is this: the greatest among us are not those who seek only their own gain, but those who give of themselves for the good of others. The most fulfilled, the most joyful, the most impactful people are not those who live selfishly, but those who serve. We live in a time where success is often measured by what we accumulate, our wealth, our titles, our achievements. But let me tell you, true greatness is not found in how much we take. It is found in how much we give. The legacy we leave behind will not be defined by the things we own, but by the lives we have touched, the hearts we have uplifted, and the kindness we have shown. Serving others is not just an act, it is a way of life. It is a mindset, a heart posture, a daily decision to step outside of ourselves and meet the needs of those around us. And let me tell you, there is no shortage of need in this world. There are people hurting, people struggling, people who feel unseen and unheard. Yes, you have the power to change that. You have within you the ability to bring hope where there is despair, to bring light where there is darkness, to bring comfort where there is pain. Serving does not always mean grand gestures. It is not about waiting for the perfect moment or the perfect opportunity. It is about the small, everyday choices we make. A word of encouragement, a helping hand, a listening ear, a simple act of kindness that can change someone's entire day or even their entire life. Never underestimate the power of a single act of service. You may not see the full impact of what you do, but know this: when you serve, you plant seeds of hope, and those seeds grow in ways you may never fully realize. Now, I must tell you, serving others is not always easy. It requires sacrifice. It means giving of our time, our energy, and sometimes even our resources. It means stepping out of our comfort zone, stretching ourselves, and putting the needs of others before our own. But hear me now, the reward of serving far outweighs the cost, weighs the cost. There is a deep, abiding joy that comes when we live beyond ourselves. There is a fulfillment that cannot be bought, a peace that cannot be taken away, a sense of purpose that fills the soul like nothing else can. And let me say this: serving others is not just a duty, it is a privilege. To be able to lift someone up, to make a difference, to be the reason someone smiles, to be the answer to someone's prayer. That is a gift. And it is a gift that is available to all of us, no matter where we are, no matter what we have, no matter how big or small our influence may be. So this year, let it be a year of service. Look for ways to give. Seek opportunities to help. Be the person who goes the extra mile, who shows up, who makes a difference. And when you do, you will find that in serving others, you yourself will be transformed. Your heart will be fuller. Your life will be richer, and you will leave behind a legacy that cannot be erased. For in the end, the greatest measure of our lives is not found in what we have gained, but in what we have given away. Live with purpose, there is a reason you are here. There is a reason you were placed in this time, in this place, with your unique talents, dreams, and passions. You were not created to drift aimlessly through life, to simply go through the motions, waking up each day with no direction, no fire, no mission. No. You were created with purpose, and it is time to step into it. Living with purpose is not about luck, nor is it something that happens by accident. It is a choice, an intentional decision to direct your life towards something meaningful, something that matters, something that makes an impact. Too many people wake up each day feeling empty, wondering why their lives feel unfulfilled. But let me tell you, fulfillment does not come from living passively. It comes from knowing why you are here and pursuing that reason with everything in you. First, purpose requires clarity. What is it that stirs your heart? What is it that excites your soul? What is the thing that when you do it, you feel fully alive? Do not ignore that calling. Do not suppress it or silence it because of fear or doubt. Lean into it. Explore it. Ask yourself what truly matters to you. What kind of mark you want to leave on this world. Because when you know your purpose, you will wake up each day with a sense of mission, with a fire inside you that cannot be put out. But knowing your purpose is only the beginning. You must act on it. Purpose without action is just a dream, a wish, a thought that never becomes reality. If you want to live with purpose, you must be willing to step forward, take risks, to put in the effort, and to move with conviction. Too many people wait for the right time. But hear me now, there is no perfect moment. There is only now. And the only way to step into your purpose is to start where you are with what you have and trust that as you move forward, the path will become clearer. Living with purpose also means staying focused. The world is full of distractions, things that pull us away from what truly matters. If you are not careful, you can spend years chasing things that do not fulfill you. Money, status, approval, only to realize too late that you are running in the wrong direction. Purpose requires discipline. It requires saying no to what does not align with your mission and saying yes to what moves you forward. It requires setting goals, making plans, and refusing to be swayed by temporary distractions. But let me tell you this, living with purpose is not always easy. There will be obstacles. There will be days when you feel like quitting, when doubt creeps in, when you wonder if you are on the right path. But do not give up. Keep going, even when it is hard. Because when you live with purpose, you are not just existing, you are building something greater than yourself. And that kind of life, a life of meaning, of impact, of significance, is worth every struggle, every sacrifice, every step of the journey. This year, make the decision to live with purpose. Do not let another day pass you by without stepping into the mission you were created for. Discover what fuels your soul. Take action, stay focused, and refuse to settle for anything less than a life filled with meaning. And when you do, you will find that the greatest joy does not come from what you accomplish for yourself, but from the difference you make in the world around you. And so as we stand at the threshold of a new year, let us not step into it passively. Let us not allow another 12 months to slip by without growth, without intention, without purpose. This is the time, your time, to rise, to strengthen, to pursue, to give, and to live fully. Grow beyond who you were yesterday. Strengthen the bonds that make life rich and meaningful. Stand firm when life storms come, knowing that resilience will carry you through. Serve others with an open heart, knowing that the greatest joy is found not in what we take, but in what we give. And above all, live with purpose. Step boldly into the calling that has been placed upon your life. This year is not just another year. It is an opportunity, a gift, a fresh start. Seize it. Make the most of it. And when you look back, let it be with no regrets, but with gratitude for how far you have come, for the lives you have touched, for the strength you have gained, and for the purpose you have embraced. Go forward with passion. Go forward with faith. And go forward knowing that your best days are not behind you. They are still ahead.